Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, so back with a brand new video. Today's is a book video, which you probably got by the title. I am in the same outfit that I had last week in that video because I'm filming the same day because I need to get stuff filmed, or I'm not going to have any videos because my videos have been really terrible at getting them out because I've got so much going on in my life because I've gone back to work. So it's everywhere, but I'm trying, so bear with me. Thank you. So today's video is called The Ultimate Book Tag. Now, I haven't really looked at these questions, so I'm a bit nervous about what's going to come up, but we will see. So the first question is, do you get sick while reading in the car? Yes, I do. It's annoying, it's rude, but I used to get travel sick as a kid in a car when I was just sitting and they're not reading, so I cannot read in the car, which is really annoying because sometimes I go on really long journeys, really long, 2.5 hours to uni and back, and I don't drive at the moment, so it's very annoying that I cannot read in the car. I can read on a train, maybe a bus, I don't know. I can definitely read on the train because I used to come back from uni and I used to read most for the whole time. It's like 2.5 hours, and I used to read most of the time on the train. So yes, I cannot read in a car, but I can read on a train. Which author's writing style is completely unique to you and why? So I have many of these, but one that kind of sticks out to me is Rick Riordan's style in the Percy Jackson series, specifically because he talks like he is the 13-year-old character. I know he grows up, but the 13-year-old character in the story, and it kind of like in the first one at least, he kind of talks to the audience or the reader and is like, stop reading this book or whatever, and I really like that. I think it's really unique because I don't really read books that is like you should just close this book or walk away or whatever, and I really like that. So that's the style probably really unique that I do really love. Harry Potter series or the Twilight Saga, give 3 points to defend your answer. Harry Potter, 100%. I do love the Twilight books. I'm going to focus on the books, not the movies here. I do love the Twilight books, but I'm going to focus on the Harry Potter because Harry Potter it wins over Twilight, I would say, in my mind. So one reason is I love the magic over the vampires. So here we are, like, I'd love to be a witch or a wizard. I mean, who doesn't? I don't know what else to say. I don't have the 2 more answers. And the one other point is that I love how it's made for children. I mean, it's that way I feel like J.K. Rowling's just put more of like magic in there and things that wouldn't happen. I mean, nothing would happen in either of them, but I mean, like, there's just magic about them that makes it so much more better than the Twilight ones for me. Final point is that I just fell in love with the characters more. Like, Bella kind of annoyed me in the books, in the Twilight ones, but in the Harry Potter ones I fell in love with everyone, and I prefer how it is written in third person, not first, because it gives you more of an overview of everything. I felt there was more than 3 points to defend my answer, but yes, Harry Potter over Twilight, but I do love the Twilight books as well, I'm not gonna lie. Do you carry a book bag? If so, what's in it besides books? I mean, my book bag is whatever bag I have with me. It's more like a handbag, so I don't really know what that's going on about. There's usually a book with me if I'm going to work, not if I'm just going out for a quick trip. But if I'm going to work, I will usually bring one to read on my break, or if I finish and have to wait around, you know. But I wouldn't really say that I keep much in a book bag, so I don't have one. If we're talking about a handbag, it's like purse, I keep makeup, lip gloss, hairbands, the regular kind of thing, and loads of receipts. Like, there's nothing exciting. Do you smell your books? Sometimes not. I wouldn't like just open a book and like smell it, but I do love the smell of it when I'm reading a book, like especially if it's new and I haven't really opened it or used it yet. I do really love that smell. I think that's amazing. I love the smell, but that new book smell is amazing. but I would not really. Books with or without little illustrations. So I don't really care either way. I would say I kind of sometimes maybe prefer them without because it just takes up the page. But saying that, I do like it when they have like, this is a bad example, but like illustrations on chapter pages. There's one in this book as well. Like they have like little like illustrations and things, like chapter pages. That's when I really love it. But yes, I don't really care either way, but I do love looking at them when they are in a book. So the next question is, what book did you love while reading but later discovered it wasn't quality writing? I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with the Twilight series, just because the first time I read it, I thought it was amazing and I loved it, and I mean I still do love the books, like there's nothing wrong with them. But now that I've read a lot more, I realised that it's not that great writing. Like, sorry to Stephanie Meyer, like I'm not shaming you, I'm not anything, I'm just stating what I feel. So I just don't think it's that great English, but I still do love them. Like there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, usually when I'm like reading a book, I don't really tend to look at the like language they use. I'm just like immersed in the story. I mean, if you're a reader, you'll get what I mean. But it's not like amazingly wonderfully written, but it's still a good story. So I'm gonna shut up now. Do you have any funny stories involving books from your childhood? I really don't know. Not really. Oh, it's disappointing. I can't think of anything. Not anything that would involve a book. The only thing I can think of is me and my friend getting the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books when we were kids and drawing like colour in the drawings of the mother. She has like glasses but she has no eyes, so we used to colour them in black, the eyes. That's literally it. There's nothing funny. It's just, it is what it is. What is the thinnest book on your bookshelf? My books are just scattered around. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to say The Great Gatsby, because that's pretty thin. I did only buy it for English class, but I still love it. It's a really good book. I just haven't read it yet because since I did that like 2 or 3 years ago, because we had to like analyze it like deeply and just kind of put myself off reading it. Still a good book. That is the thinnest book on my shelf. What is the thickest book on your shelf? It's gonna have to be not Twilight. Which one's the biggest Harry Potter? Is it the Order of the Phoenix? Order of the Phoenix or Crush by Tracy Wolff? No, it's gonna have to be I think it is the Order of the Phoenix one. Next question is, do you write as well as read? Do you see yourself in the future as being a writer or author? So I do. I've tried to write a book. It's not going very well so far, but I'm trying. Like, it's very hard to manage time at the moment, so it's not going too well, but I would love to see myself as an author in the future. Whether that happens or not, I'm going to try and make it happen, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I'm not gonna cry about it. It's just, I would love to write a book, but I also know the stress that goes into it, and I'm still in uni, I'm still working, I'm still filming, editing, I'm still trying to do loads of things. I don't understand how people can like juggle loads of things at a time, because I cannot do this many things without having time for myself. So yes, I do see myself being an author, but it might not happen. When did you get into reading? So I genuinely don't think I can tell you really when. A few years ago, probably. So I've answered this before in another video, but so it was probably during like summer of 2010. I would have been 9. I don't know. Around then, because we used to do this summer reading challenge at our local library in the small town I live in, and we used to kind of go and we would read multiple books in the summer, and you'd get a prize or a medal or whatever, and that got me into reading. And then it got to about, I was in like year 9 or something, so I would have been like 13, 14, 15 maybe, when I didn't read, or I didn't talk about reading or anything, because I tried to fit in with the cool kids when I wasn't, because I got bullied, but I didn't want them to give them anything else to bully me over, so I just didn't read. But then I got back into it after that, and yeah, that's where we are now. So kind of got in around age 8 or 9, I really loved reading, and then took a few years off and then got back into it. What is your favourite classic book? Ooh, I don't know. I haven't read that many, like, I hate to admit it, but I'm gonna have to go with Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, because why not? I should really read more classics, but I'm gonna have to go with Great Gatsby because that's the only one I can think of right now. If you were given a book as a present that you had read before and hated, what would you do? I wouldn't tell them that I didn't like the book. I probably would either not say anything at all, or maybe try and act a bit excited about it and be like, oh, I've read this one, but thank you, in the hopes that maybe they would like offer to take it back and buy me a new one. But I don't think I would tell them that I hated it, because I feel like it would make me feel bad, and then maybe it would make them feel bad that they think they don't know me very well. Maybe they might, if there was like an exchange like receipt or that they gave with me, then I'd go and like exchange it with that. But if not, then I'd just let it chill out in my room. I probably wouldn't get rid of it, but I probably wouldn't read it either again. So what is a lesser known series that you know of that is similar to Harry Potter or the Hunger Games? I don't know. I have no idea. So I have one in mind. I haven't read it, so I don't really know if it's good enough to talk about. So I'd probably say the Magicians book series. It's kind of talked about as like Harry Potter for grown-ups. I've never read it. I don't think it's that interesting, but I had to answer the question, so there's your answer. What is your favourite word? Oh god. I really don't know. I like the word kleptomaniac. I don't know. And discombobulated is the one I used to love when I was a kid. I really don't know. I don't really think I have a favourite word, to be honest. Move on. Are you a nerd or a geek? Apparently these are different things. So on here it says that geeks are fans that collect stuff, and nerds are practitioners, and practitioners play with ideas. I mean, I'm a fan, like I fan over stuff, so I'd probably say I'm a geek, but I don't really collect anything like that from like books. I have a few Harry Potter things, but nothing really, but I wouldn't call myself a nerd either, so I don't really know. I mean, I get stuff from like movies and TV shows more than books, like I collect things from there, but I don't know if that counts. So vampires or fairies, and why? Gonna have to go for vampires, just because I don't really have a reason, but whenever I think of vampires I think of like Damon Salvatore. I know that's not a book, or is, but I haven't read them. But that's what I think of, and I just love to be friends with someone that is a vampire. Shapeshifters or angels, why? I haven't read anything with Shapeshifters or Angels really, but I'm gonna have to go for Shapeshifters over Angels because I haven't really read anything that has like those things in, but I'm gonna go for Shapeshifters. I don't know a reason. Spirits or werewolves, and why? Maybe a werewolves. I don't know, they seem really cool. I don't know. Once again, I'm thinking of Vampire Diaries and a werewolf's in there. I don't really know where I'm going with that, but that's that. Zombies or vampires. Once again, I'm gonna have to go for vampires over zombies because of Damon Salvatore. And zombies have just never really been my thing. Love triangle or forbidden love. I don't really know, because in like a love triangle, a lot of the time it frustrates me, and sometimes they don't end up getting with the person that I want them to get with, and that really annoys me, and it makes me not like the book if they get with the person I want to. But also forbidden love annoys me as well. Like, why can't they be together? Like, it's just annoying. Like, get together, but then they try and hide it, and then people probably end up dead, like Romeo and Juliet. So I don't really have an answer, but if I had to, I'd probably say love triangle, and then hope that they end up with the person that I want to them to end up with. And lastly, full-on romance books or action-packed with a few love scenes mixed in. I'm gonna have to go for action-packed with a few love scenes mixed in, because I'm not a big fan of romance. I just feel like nothing really happens. I prefer an action-packed book, usually like crime-related books, with a few love scenes mixed in. Well, that's just my thing. I love those sort of books. That's what I'm gonna have to go for, because I love a story with action, I love a story with drama, with a love mixed in as well. So give me an action-packed book with a bit of romance thrown in, and we're good to go. There, here it is. Yeah, so there it is, this ultimate book challenge. So I didn't answer some of the questions, or one of them, because I didn't understand it, because it didn't make any sense to me, because I'm pretty sure these are American questions and our school doesn't work like here over here. So yeah, so thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe down below. On Wednesdays I do book videos, on Sundays I do makeup related videos if you're interested in that. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.